As we work our way through this first month of 2024, this year's calendar is actually an identical match to the 1996 calendar, which of course is going to happen every 7 years or so, right? But as we make our way through this year, will we see any similarities to the late or mid to late 1990s?
I think our Megan Solinsky believes so. She joins us live in the studio to break down the similarities, if any, between the 2 years. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning. Well, Mark Tracy, this year, like 1996, has a few similarities. So this year actually started on a Monday, just like it did in 1996. It is a leap year. There are several similarities that we can go through. But one of the things I was interested in is these are both presidential years, both 1996 and 2024. So are we going to see any similar trends this election year? The 1996 election was one of the first times that America has seen such a strong partisan divide. Mercyhurst University's political analyst Dr. Joe Morris tells Erie News Now that a lot of what we saw in the 1996 election was set up by Newt Gingrich, a Republican, becoming Speaker of the House in 1994.
Right around 1994, 95, 96, we saw an enormous partisan division emerge, and it's really carried through over the past couple of decades.
This was the first time in over 50 years that Republicans controlled the House of Representatives. Morris says that a Republican-controlled House at the same time as a Democratic president contributed to a major divide by both parties.
The divide we have in the United States is a little bit different. It's not necessarily along the same lines. But nevertheless, this idea that you win in politics by tearing down the other side, that there's no limits on what can be said and how much you can degrade the other side, that is something we can trace back to the mid-1990s.
Party divide, a trend initiated in 1996 that we are continuing to see in the 2024 presidential race.
Today's partisan divide is one that is not just a separation of Americans based on issues. It's really Republicans disliking Democrats and Democrats disliking at a personal level Republicans. And that dynamic is something that we first saw emerge in the 1990s.
Well, many trends are said to go full cycle, like fashion and music. So throughout the morning, we're going to be breaking all of these down, so make sure to stick with us. From the studio, Megan Solinsky, Erie News Now.